Hello, this one's a clip from the Last Minute Wrestling podcast. Make sure to listen to the full episode on the link below in the description and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. Thank you so much, guys.
I personally was really devastated when you had your first major injury, very early in your wrestling ring career.
Yeah,
How did you cope with that?
Well, not well at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 matches in. And the worst thing was the night before again, only 4 matches, but I'd had my quote unquote, I've said that twice now, best match yet. And it wasn't like a 5-star classic, but it was good for me, and where I was at my career. And then to go out the next night and end up in a hospital with my shoulder was a mess. Like it was an absolute mess. I'd broken my collarbone. I tore my rotator cuff. I'd done something I can't even remember now, but there was 3 massive things with it. It was really hard to process, especially because, and I don't mind this, I put myself out there on the internet and I'm happy to take the good and I'm happy to take the bad. Yeah. But it was just the open door for, he thinks he's a wrestler, he's blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, some days you're just like, man, I don't need this today. I don't need this today, even though ultimately I wouldn't want it to go away because I think, again, you got to accept it all. But, you get past that, a couple of months go by, you just accept that you're not going to be able to do a lot for a while. I mean, I really couldn't. Even if I wanted to go to the gym to train legs, that would have hurt it. It was that bad. Even moving it an inch was terrible. And I got through it, right? I got through it. Like when we get to July this year, it will be 3 years ago. Flipping Nora. It will be 3 years ago. And it's like, where the hell did that go? So you just have to take these things as it happened. And in many ways, maybe it helped me. I'd rather have learned the lesson another way. But I still got nervous beforehand, obviously, because how could you not? But much like this whole pandemic stuff, it reminded me that you got to enjoy it first and foremost. Because if you're not enjoying it, what is even the point? And I think I've kind of lost sight of that. But yeah, it sucked. And there's nothing worse than being injured. Like, I got hit with a clothesline or a lariat. I went down and I wanted to carry on. But my shoulder was so messed up. Even the ref was like, Miller, we just got to get you out of here right now. 5th match in was tough, but it's all learning experiences. And you got to, again, it's cliche, but it's true. You got to take the rough with the smooth. And hopefully it's made me stronger down the line and prove that you can get through this stuff. And you can have a few bad days, but ultimately the good ones will come back.
Yeah. That's a great advice. Thank you. Thank you.
It's all right.
And I remember at the time, basically for me, WCPW was like the first big exposure of the indie scene. I literally didn't know any wrestler besides of WWE because of course wrestling isn't that big in Italy.
Yeah,
it's not mainstream at all, and whatever indie wrestling we have here is so far removed from where I live, which is literally impossible for me to go there just on a Saturday night and then watch a show. Is not feasible. And so WCPW was the first time I had a chance to get in touch with this kind of reality. And I remember you when you were still training, talking about like what an honor would have been for you to be a part of those shows, to be on that ring. And for example, for me, that meant that I traveled a couple of times to England to see a couple of shows, and that was great learning experience for me as well. And again, I was devastated when that ended, when it ended, and I can't imagine how that must have been for you and all the people involved in that federation.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I think there would have been good and bad to it. It was really high profile for a while there. And while I'm sure we could have come up with something to protect myself, I still would have been super green, right? I would have been super inexperienced. So ultimately, that may have actually been of detriment. With that said, you never look a gift horse in the mouth. You never turn down an opportunity. I would have thrown myself into that without even thinking about it. But I think everything happens for a reason. And there's every chance I would have dropped the ball hugely. And that, you say that could have had a bad knock-on effect. But, it transformed into Defiant. I still got to have a bunch of cool moments for them, which, again, given my level of experience, was well ahead of where I should have been. So, without that, who knows where the hell I would be now. And I still got to experience those WCPW shows in a back behind the scenes capacity. You know, like one day I got to drive Bret Hart back to his hotel, you know, because he was on a WCPW show. When the hell am I ever going to get to, you know, tell that story again? And we shared chat, we shared niceties. He's very, very kind. He's one of my favorite wrestlers ever. So yeah, there was a lot of good to come out of that. So I would have loved to have had the opportunity to have done something, but I wasn't ready. That's the truth. I wasn't ready. And I think sometimes you can get ahead of yourself. So yes, bad timing, absolutely, but it's all good. It's all okay. And right now, I'm just excited about. I think in the summer, wrestling may start up over here again. So right now, that's all I care about. Just getting the opportunity to do it again, enjoy it, and see where it goes.
Yeah. Is there any like dream destination in Europe that you will want to go? Like I don't know, some promotions that you will want to perform?
I mean, pretty much anywhere. I mean, to be honest, I mean, there's the obvious big ones that I think you want to get on your belt because it shows that you are progressing well. But yeah, anyone that wants to book me is you know, honestly, any kind of booking is a real eye opener. Like, wow, somebody wants to put me on their show. I mean, the worst thing to me about the world shutting down is I had my first bookings in America, and I was very, very excited about this, and they went away. Maybe they won't come back, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So we'll start off slow again. You know, we'll hit the reset button and we'll see where we are sort of summer of 2022. But I'd love to go to America. I'd love to go to Italy. I'd love to go to Germany. I'd love to go to Austria, Russia, Australia. I don't even care. Like, I just want these experiences. And if they are then able to open the doors to other experiences, awesome. If that's all I get, awesome. You know, my whole motivation to do this was I don't want to be an old man and look back and think to myself, why didn't I do it? So even if wrestling shut down tomorrow, well, I've done it, right? And I'd still be gutted because I want to do more. But I've had this sort of 3 years of cool moments and cool matches and meeting nice people and doing stupid stuff in a ring. So, you know, at least I have that.
It's a new year and you may be open to new opportunities. You know what? Here at the Last Minute Wrestling Podcast HQ, we say use this positive vibe to ask someone out. But please, make sure not to go there with grooming injuries on your package, cause, trust me, no one wants to play with your bleeding balls. That's why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer and spent 18 months perfecting the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created. The new and improved Lawnmower 3.0. This third generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to the advanced skin-safe technology pioneered by Manscaped. So make sure that the next wow you will hear in your bedroom won't come because of an embarrassing band-aid down there, and take actions! Go to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping with the code LASTMINUTE. That's a 20% off and free shipping on all of the Manscaped catalog by checking out with the code LASTMINUTE. Your balls will thank you.